everyone, my name is Dayna. I'm the Buena Vista Branch Manager with Monterey County Free Libraries, and welcome to STEAM Time. For today's STEAM theme, we are talking all about circuits. And the activity that we have today is creating our very own paper circuit using just a few items. So stay tuned. I'm going to walk you through what's needed for the experiment, as well as talk a little bit about the science behind how circuits work. The supplies that you need for the paper circuit experiment are, you need copper tape, and you're going to be creating 2 strips of copper tape of about the same length, a lithium battery. You're going to need, this is a little LED, you'll see, and it has little leads that come down. Let me show you. Like this, you'll need one of those. You're going to need a blue or, just a piece of construction paper. We're using blue paper, just some tape, and a pair of scissors. That's all you need to join me and follow along as we create our own paper circuit. But exactly how does a circuit work? How are we going to make this little light up? So what we're doing is, when we connect an LED to the lithium battery using the copper tape right here, we are creating what's called a closed circuit. So in a closed circuit, the electricity can flow through a loop. So from the battery, this guy right here, to the LED, which is this right here, and back again. So that is what causes the little LED to light up. We are creating a closed circuit so that electricity can flow in a loop from the battery to the LED and back again. Now, if one or more of the connections are broken, so for example, let's say one of the leads on the LED is not actually touching the copper tape right here, that's going to create an open circuit. So the electricity can't flow in a loop in that open circuit. So the LED is going to go out. It's not going to be able to light up. We need a closed circuit in order for that to happen. Now, when 2 segments of copper tape touch each other, it creates what's called a short circuit. Now that is something that would also cause your little LED light to go out. When you connect multiple LEDs next to each other, so if you have a few of these, and you connect them next to each other, you're creating what's called a parallel circuit. For the sake of this video and this activity, we are going to be creating a closed circuit today with our materials. So that's the science behind how circuits work. Now let's jump into creating our very own circuit and seeing if we can get our LEDs to light up. So let's go ahead and get started with creating our closed circuit. So the first thing you are going to want to do is take your copper tape, cut it into strips of about equal length. This one's a little bit off, but you just want 2 long strips of copper tape, and then it has a paper backing on it. So you want to remove the paper backing from the tape, and then you're going to take both your strips and you are going to place them near the edge of the piece of construction paper so that they're parallel to each other. And you want to make sure the strips are about a 1/2 inch apart. You don't want them too far, because we're going to be needing each leg of the little LED to be touching tape. So I'll show you that. So start with your 2 pieces of copper tape, peel off the backing, and then let me show you what mine looks like once it's placed on a piece of paper. So I put it pretty close to an edge. I could have actually put my pieces of tape a little bit closer together, but this is how you want your copper tape to look. And I will say, through trial and error, make sure you leave enough copper tape exposed at the corner of your piece of paper. Don't put your LED too far up. We're gonna be folding this piece of paper over in just a little bit. So give yourself enough of an edge with the tape before putting it down. So once you have done that, your copper tape is on your paper. You're going to take your LED, and these guys are tiny and they can break easily. So for this next step, be super careful. And before we bend them, here's what's called, these are the LED leads. There's two little legs. One leg is longer than the other. So we're going to pay attention to what side's longer, and you're gonna just spread them apart a little bit. And I even bent mine almost like little legs, as if it was sitting. You'll see. And so you want to do that to your LED. And then you're going to use a piece of, I'm just using, regular Scotch tape. You're going to tape and attach each lead to a strip of the copper tape that you have already placed on your paper. Now, remember where that longer lead was of the LED, which side was longer. So the longer lead is gonna be on the outer strip closest to the edge, and the shorter lead, or the little leg, you want to adhere to the inner strip. So that shorter lead should be on the inner strip, and then you're going to tape it down. So you'd want to, let me kind of demonstrate right here. You have your little LED and your tape kind of like this, and then you would tape it in place. So mine, I've already done with mine, and I'll hold it up so you can see. It's already taped in place so that each of the leads is touching a piece of copper tape. Okay, once you have that done, we can make the magic start to happen, and we can get our LED to light up. So what you're gonna do once you have this ready to go, you want to take your battery like this. Now pay attention to what side has the plus sign. You want the plus sign facing up. And trial and error, you can try it different ways and see if it works. But I'm gonna have the plus sign facing up. And all you're going to do is take your battery and touch it to the inner piece of copper tape. That's another reason why we left some room here at the top. So you're just gonna take it, you're gonna place it here. I have my battery right here. Now, let's see if we can get this to light up just by folding over this edge of paper and taking the copper tape in the corner and touching it to the top of the battery. If we have done this correctly, we will have created a closed circuit which will light up our LED. So let's try it. On the count of 3. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. This better work or this is gonna be awkward. It worked. Let's try that one more time. So I'm gonna remove my battery. I'm going to focus right here on the corner where the copper tape is. I'm just going to take my battery, put it on the inner piece right here, and you just sit it down. You don't need to tape it into place. You just wanna make sure your battery is touching the copper tape. And all we're gonna do is fold our corner over on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. We just created our closed circuit. So that's all you need to do to make your LED light up. And see, simple. And it would be pretty cool to try out how this works if you had multiple LEDs, how that circuitry would work, but very simple. Now, if for some reason your light is not lighting up, that's okay. It could be that the battery is the wrong way. The wrong side might be touching the copper tape. So flip it over, try again, see if that fixes it. If it doesn't, one thing to do is when you're folding your paper over, press down a little bit harder, like that. Make sure the connection is good. Make sure that the battery and the copper tape are touching. So you just want to press down harder. and that should work. And so you want to make sure, so the battery and the LED leads, which are those little metal legs, those have to be in good contact with the copper tape in order to make a complete circuit and cause this to light up. That's the magic behind the paper circuit. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me for today's STEAM time, where we were able to make our very own closed paper circuit and light up our very own LED. If you enjoyed these types of activities or these science concepts, you can always find more books at one of our branches by visiting our catalog at emcfl.org and placing holds, which are available for pickup via curbside or in person at some of our branches. Or you can call 831-883-7555 and talk to a library staff member who would be happy to place holds on items for you. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I look forward to seeing you guys next time when we explore a brand new science concept. Bye-bye, everybody.